Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolina, aka Lady Butterfly. Hi, I'm still nervous. I'm always nervous though. But I'm showing up. This is what I feel that God has called me to do, and I'm doing what God called me to do. I'm showing up. I'm showing up with my videos is not edited at all. I don't know how to edit. I tried, but I just can't do it. So, y'all, please forgive me if I don't pronounce some of my words right. If you hear me go, if you look and I look really nervous. So, please forgive me in advance, you guys. I really appreciate it. Give me some grace. Thank you, guys. Okay, last week I just want to do a recap from what I was talking about last week. And one thing about me, I have to write stuff down because if I don't write it down, I have a tendency to be all over the place and not focus. So it's better for me to write stuff down. Sometimes I don't want to write it down. I'll be the kind of lazy, but it's so much better to write it down for me anyway. And some people can come off the hip, and that's all good. But right now I can't, I'm just trying to I'm not shooting for perfection. I just want to make progress, but not perfection. The most important thing for me is to be obedient. To be obedient and show up and do what God has called me to do. Even though I'm feeling afraid, I'm doing it afraid. I'm showing up. I'm stepping up to the plate and I'm doing what God has called me to do. And I think that eventually over time I will get better at doing it. But I got to start somewhere. So I'm here. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Last week I was talking about not being unmanageable with your emotions. So I was talking about dysregulation. Dysregulation is a medical term for not having control over your emotions. That's the medical word they use in that field. They use dysregulation, from dysregulation to regulation. That's the medical term. The recovery term is unmanageability. They talk about being unmanageable to being manageable. That's the recovery term. And then you have the lacking self-control, which is the spiritual term. You go from lacking self-control to self-control. That is the spiritual term. Self-control comes from the Bible. It's one of the fruits of the Spirit. In Galatians 5:22-23, Paul said, "But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and self-control." So it's one of the fruits of the Spirit. And I didn't, for a long time, I didn't know how to have self-control over my emotions. I really didn't. So I had to surrender and connect to God, because God would give me self-control over my emotions. He would help me. I can't do it by myself, because in John 15:5, it talks about, "I am the vine and you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." So the fruits of the Spirit, one of them is self-control. So if I remain in God and God remains in me, I will have self-control over my emotions. And that's one of my experiences that God had walked me through, with me unpacking all of my unresolved issues, unresolved pain, unresolved anger. I had to have self-control over my emotions. And in order for me to have that, I had to connect with God. Thanks for listening, you guys. I'll talk more on that next week. Thank you. Come out of your cocoon and fly with me. Have a good one. Bye-bye.